Mm-mm. Yo, 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 yo. How's it going, Will? Born, Hop it. Hop it. Did you get home okay from the weekend? How's everybody doing? Manga Cat. My mic's working just fine. Just double checking. You guys look good, all here and everything. Big question is, how do I? There we go. Amazing day seeing me in person. Oh yeah, it was so good. It was a fun day. I wasn't expected. It was kind of like a last minute thing for me. I wasn't expecting to show up, but I did. And it's nice to put faces to names. You see people on like online on Discord and everything, and you finally see them in person. I don't know, it's just nice. Everybody seemed really well behaved. Everybody was cordial to everybody, polite. The main thing. I remember to shower. Hopefully your wallet was not broken too much. Mine definitely was. I think I hit nearly £300, including like food and travel. Crazy. Yeah, I kind of kept it quiet. I didn't want to. The thing is, I didn't want to say I was going, and then it turned out that I couldn't make it to the meetup. So I'd rather not say that I was going. I thought that was just the easiest thing, because if I said I was going and then I wasn't, then there would have been, I don't know. Not that anyone was expecting me or anything. Although Caitlin did have a little bit of a go at me because she had this. She had a board, she had the clipboard and everything, so she was a little bit upset that my name wasn't on the board. You ordered a new phone today? What did you get? Sarah, how's it going? Kitsune! Everybody from the weekend is here. You got the Pixel 7? Nice. I'm stuck on the 5, but I was due for an upgrade in February, and I was gonna get the 7. Let me know how. I'll give it like a month. Let me know how it is, and then maybe I'll upgrade. I just don't know if I can afford it, you know? So expensive. Especially after the weekend that we've just had. So much money was spent. You stuck on the 3XL, but it was free. I guess you can't complain if it was free. So you've been okay since Saturday? Good. I'm glad you was able to sober up as well. I know you downed those drinks before, real quick, before you had to try and get your train, which got cancelled. Right. Today, I don't really have anything planned. I'm just going to chill for a little bit. And maybe I'll talk about my experience with the Caitlin. I've been messaging her a lot today because we all took a group photo on Saturday, and there was like several photos taken. One of the photos that was taken had my face all scrunched up. That's the one that everyone keeps using. No one's using the one of when I was happy, smiley. Everyone's using the horrible one. Google gave you a £130 discount on your phone. That's really good. Did you buy from them directly? That's what I did. I think the phone at the time was nearly 500. Google Pixel 5. There was no happy smiling photo. Yes, there was. I have it. Caitlin sent it to me. Believe it or not. Go on Instagram. Yeah, so Saturday, Caitlin organised a big meetup for her Discord. Himiko was there. Sadly, Geeky couldn't make it. But a bunch of people from the Discord came over and met up for the first time, which was pretty fun. We spent probably collectively, easily £2,000. Just on the whole day, I reckon. And the thing is, I know Caitlin didn't buy that much, so I know we probably could have hit so much more if Caitlin and Himiko were going to buy more. It's I don't think you bought that much either, right? We need another meetup. I don't think our wallets can handle it. We come from all the way across the country. London, Birmingham, Newcastle, Manchester. Too far. Cambridge. It's too far for everybody to keep meeting up all the time. Maybe like twice a year. Twice a year would be good, I think. Maybe. Twice a year? Twice a year too much? Like a summer? Maybe like a... When would you do the other one? Because I feel like it's too cold in the north. Until like March, April time. You spent 60 just on the figure? Yeah, but you did say the figure online was like £80-90, right? I guess you saved money. Obviously spent a lot of money too. You saving off a sci-fi afterwards? I guess it is cheaper. I did say to Caitlin, like, where's your... I was talking to Ben, and Ben was being luggage boy. Bless him. I feel sorry for him. Caitlin just works him like a dog. But he's too kind for his own good. So he was walking around with the bags. And I noticed there wasn't a lot of manga in there. And I said, oh, Caitlin, why haven't you purchased anything? Oh, it's just cheaper online. Which kind of sucks, to be honest. Even with 3 for 2 on everything in Forbidden Planet. Oh, nothing. The only other place you saw was 90? Yeah, that's crazy. And you got 12 volumes? I got a lot. I did see a few people with a few bags worth. But I don't think... I think I probably bought more this month than I have in any other month recently. Tempted to go to Newcastle to do more shopping? More? You already spent so much money. No, we don't tempt her. You're a bad influence. I think if you didn't buy the figure, you either would have... If you didn't buy the figure and you didn't spend it on manga, you probably would have just spent it more on alcohol, right? You're an excellent influence? I beg to differ. Still need the new My Love mix-up volume? Yeah. I haven't read it yet. I got it? I think I have got it, but I haven't read it yet. You had 4 cocktails? Was it 3 for 2 or anything? Was it like... Was there a discount at all? At the bar? The biggest surprise that weekend, not just the fact that everybody met up, but the fact that we all stayed together for the most part, and then we was able to find a table big enough for like 20 plus people at lunchtime, and then another table at the bar for the same number of people. You left pretty drunk. £11 for two? That's not too bad. That's actually pretty good. I mean, if you're drinking in London, you're paying £11 for any drink. There's some places where I go in Newcastle with my brother. There's like a few arcade bars and every drink is like £10. He was pretty tipsy. What time did we have stopped for lunch? Like 1, 2 o'clock, right? And then you guys went down for drink at like 4. And I guess if you were there, when did you leave the Pixel Bar? Sobered up on the train. I know Sarah sobered up in the car. Took her home. Circle, how's it going? What have you missed? You haven't missed much. I've only just started. We're just reminiscing. Caitlin, aka Cake Tins, had a big meetup on Saturday. We met up in Leeds. There's like 20 of us. Pretty fun. A lot of people from her Discord. A few people that are in chat at the moment. It was a good time. Ate food, bought manga. A few people drank a little bit too much. 6:30. That's still a couple of hours of drinking. That's pretty crazy. But everyone had a good time. That was the main thing. Yeah, it sucks that your trains got cancelled, Sarah, but luckily Zoe and I were there to make sure that you got home safe. That was the main thing. The conductor as well, he was so rude. Like, it's your job to like be nice to people. Right? Tell people where they're going, where their trains are. You're just so dismissive. Super rude. I didn't like that. But anyway, other than Saturday, did anybody else buy any manga? And if so, have you read anything? I've been reading so much recently. This last like 2-3 weeks is the most amount that I've read in a long time. I've just read volume 12 of Vinland Saga. I've caught all up on Something's Wrong with Us. I'm halfway through Saviour's Book Cafe, which is pretty dope. That's really good. There's an isekai where a girl like has her own bookstore. I still don't understand where she gets the books from, and I don't know if they're like books related to that world or her world. I'm not too sure. But it's proper chill. That's what I needed. You buy manga every day. And you have a lot of money to throw around then. You watch Oku? Is Oku new? I feel like everyone started posting about Oku recently. The physical manga. And I saw it for the first time ever, like 2 months ago, in Forbidden Planet in Leeds when I met up with Caitlin. No, that was April time. So 2023 is the first time I've ever heard of this series, and it's already on like 20 volumes. And there's an anime out for it. The anime new? And how old is the manga? You just started Kami-sama Kiss. I hope it's good. I know a couple of people who bought the series last year and they weren't too sure after like 3-4 volumes if they liked it or not. You read all 3 volumes of Lost Lad. How did you find it? Was it good? Then it was okay, but 3 volumes was pretty good. Yeah, I think it was. It kind of dragged out a little bit, I think. But I think for what it was pretty good. Volumes 1 and 2 were definitely enticing. It really, well, for me, it drew me into it. It was really good. I think maybe, I don't know, it dragged on a little bit too much. They introduced the bad guy. It was kind of obvious towards the end. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. Series are hard to finalize. Like, I don't think I could ever. Oku had a reprint? Oh, that's why so many people are on about it. Sazzle! Oh, I didn't see you in there. I didn't know you were here. You speak? Came in earlier. Oh my. Sorry, my bad. I missed you. Did you have a good time on Saturday, Sazzle? Did you get home okay? Yes, a stealthily Cecil indeed. You know what was funny about Saturday? I started meeting people, started talking to people just randomly, but like I'd start the conversation like we were already in a conversation. Like Mickey was there, and I didn't notice until like we got to lunch. But that's what I didn't want to intro because obviously a lot of people I just know their names online, and I didn't want to be looking at, especially the women. I didn't want to be looking at their name tags. But when I started talking to her, we was like already in it halfway through a conversation. I didn't actually formally introduce myself. I don't think I introduced myself to anybody. I just started talking at people. And I don't know if that's rude or not. Yeah, Sazza was clamped down. I think you're clamped down on Instagram as well, right? Is Oki really good though? Because I feel like it's so long. I know people are getting into it. Maybe I'll just watch the anime. Was that talking to an old friend, you think? That's sweet. Weird because you feel like you already know the people when you haven't actually met them. Yeah, I guess because you watch someone like Caitlyn and Himika, and then you start talking to them, and they are basically the same people. So you already know about them. You know what they have in their collection. You know what they're currently reading, what they're buying. You know a little bit about their life, but like they don't really know anything about you. That's the strange bit. Right, let me finish up. How long have I been here? You still have blue screen? What do you mean you still have blue screen? I'm here. I'm right here. I'm here in my setup with all my books, all my Dora Hey Doro, my Vinland Saga that I've just caught up on. Giselle Food Wars. You haven't read past volume 10. I know a few people who picked up in its entirety. Similar to Kami-sama Kiss, and they were very disappointed after like 4 or 5 volumes. But I think the anime just makes stuff like that just really popular. And it just rinse repeats the same thing over and over again. Waiting for Kaylin while she was in the Traveling Man queue was like watching a video in person. Yeah, I guess it was like you were really there. You were in your own YouTube video with her. I had the blue screen. Maybe refresh. If you're on desktop, it probably just needs to be refreshed. I'm just looking at my stats. Everything is live. Everything should be fine. Hopefully. Right, where's the time? How long have I been live? I've been live for 25 minutes. You guys take up so much of my time, and I'm not even angry. Time flies so fast when you're talking with friends, I guess. Yeah, blue screen was the start. Also, because I stream on YouTube, you can fast forward and rewind. So sometimes you may have accidentally gone back to like the start of the stream, potentially, maybe. Maybe like fast forward. I think that's the best thing about streaming on YouTube, that you can watch a lot of YouTube streams and you can just skim through. Obviously, you can't go into the future, but you can always go back. Unlike other platforms like Twitch, you can't really go back. Right, normally we play the Chrono Photo game where we guess photos. However, I can't get the website to load, and I also wanted to play GeoGuessr, which is the same thing, but we have to find out where we are in the world as opposed to time period. And that is not working either on my setup. So we are going to end the poll early. The poll is 75% yes for the Manga Haul, 25% no. And this is kind of a no-brainer because I did go out on Saturday and I did, in fact, buy. But before I show you what I bought, if you can guess the exact number, as always, I will give you a prize. I think last time I did it, Sparrow won. Sparrow's not here. And she got the number exact. 52? So you don't count. But like, because you were there. But you weren't there for everything. You don't know exactly how much I bought. 11, 5, 52, 14, 12, 8. You should have been paying attention. Yeah, you should have been, Sarah. There's always next time, though. Sky Cool, how's it going? Not for everything. Yeah, I kept... So with Forbidden Planet, everything in there was 3 for 2. And what they tend to do, what Caitlin told me, they either scan it through and they just make you pay for the most expensive ones and they give you the cheaper ones for free. So rather than doing that, I went up to the counter with just 3 expensive volumes. So one of the volumes was free. So I bought Villain Saga Volume 1, Volume 12, and The Adventures of Dai, which were I think £11, no, £15.99. So I got one of those for free. And I paid for the Vinland Saga and the other Adventures of Dai. But if I bought some Viz stuff, if I bought 3 Viz books, they would have just given me 2 Viz books for free. And then I would have had to pay for all 3 of the expensive volumes. So I made like 5 or 6 trips in the end of small amounts of volumes. But that was the only way to get my money's worth. We weren't stalking you in your manga. I think everybody was just so interested in just being around other weebs at the same time. It's always nice when you go to a manga store and like Forbidden Planet or something, you got loads of people like-minded. You know, you got people picking up My Hero, that kind of thing, a bit of shoujo. But you don't know them. But you just feel comfortable in the space. This time was different because everybody in the store knew who everyone was. You change into 23. You can change to 23. I allow it. Yeah, I feel like they should have just... I guess from their point of view, if you buy like 3 cheap manga and then 3 really expensive manga, they want to get the most out of you. So they'll make you pay for the more expensive ones and just give you the smaller ones, smaller value ones for free. But it makes sense for the consumer just to add a 33% reduction or just even a 30% reduction on everything, every volume. And I guess they just want you to buy more, don't they? Alright, I am in my Boogie setup. He's let me stay here for the day. And it is Manga Haul time. Boogie hasn't streamed in a while. He hasn't streamed in like... He streamed like a couple of weeks ago. How does he stream? I pretend to be Boogie. I don't think I could put on an American accent. That's the thing. I don't like to be rude to people or about people. I don't like to mimic or mock people. He drinks coffee. This is tea, I guess. Not the same, but close. Close. You know, me and him are the same. Me and Boogie. He reads manga, I read manga. He wears glasses, I wear glasses. Me and him are the same. Yeah. Managed to get Summertime rendering hardback. Did you? I only saw the softbacks in Forbidden Planet. Might not be able to do the accent, but I can emulate the energy. I don't know if I can. He's got a lot of energy. He's got way too much energy for me. Boogie has more hair? What do you mean? Look, hair. See? Thanks then. How's it going? Is all the coffee he drinks? He starts off all these streams sipping coffee, and then he says, okay, thank you everybody for joining me so early. If you're here, spam 5 in the chat, and then I will call out every single person's name. Eggshell blood. I've never heard that, but I love it. Give your best impression. I couldn't. I'm terrible at accent. I'm terrible. And then he says, oh, one person will say where they're from. He'll be like, hi, from Mexico. So everybody tell me where you're from. Everybody. And then he'll just go through like where everybody's from and time zones and stuff. And then he'll plug his Discord. Early day at work tomorrow? Oh, it's okay. You don't have to be here too long if you don't want to. I'm doing good. Had a good weekend. I bought a lot of manga. I'm about to show it off. And yeah, just been nice and chilled really. Met up with a few friends. Taking it easy. What about you, Langston? Hopefully tomorrow isn't going to be too much of a busy day for you. Yeah, he knows how to engage, but then he's dealing with like 100 people. I couldn't. I could never. I get anxious just talking to 5 of you. Let alone 100. That's crazy. Let me quickly change my title. Moss, how's it going? You changed your name. It's 16 of you? Don't tell me the numbers. I don't look at the numbers. Because the more I look at the numbers, the more anxious I get, and then I'll recede into myself, and before you know it, I'll just be a bloop, disappear, and then you'll all have black screen, and then I'll just disappear. I won't be here anymore. I'm just getting things set up. What's my iPhone wall screen? I don't have an iPhone. I have a Pixel 5 and my wallpaper is just a picture of a sky. That's all it is. Picture of a sky. Just finished volume 7 of Apothecary Diaries. So good. Has it finished? Was it your last volume? Sorry. Right. Before I get started with the manga haul, as most of you in chat already know, we met up in Leeds. Zoe and I managed to drive down without telling everything. It was pretty fun. We stayed in the Forbidden Planet first, and then everybody else was in the Traveling Man. And by the time that you all came over to Traveling Man, I had already bought all the good manga, so there was none for you. Figuring that you guys would have purchased everything in Traveling Man. Only made sense in my mind, anyway. But I did pick up a fair few volumes. First, I want to go through all the new volume 1s that I got, or all new series, should I say, not necessarily just volume 1. You're in the Pixel Fold. Pixel have a fold as well? My friend has the Samsung Fold, which looks pretty good. I have two friends. One has this fold that goes like this, like turns into a little square, and I have one friend that has the double one, where it's like long and then it goes bloop bloop, like a big square. I don't know how I feel. I don't know what the longevity is of the screens. I don't know how I feel about it. How big they're going to be. I also don't know if I can justify the £2,000 price tag. Eight's out in English. Be jealous. I think Zoe got it today. Volume 9 arrived today. But yeah, hopefully it comes out soon for you, Langston. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Right, let me quickly... Is this the right way? There we go. Right. First thing I bought was... Like a you can't even see it. Like a Butterfly. This is by Sue Morishita, who also did... Am I getting this right? Sign of Affection? Unify Sign of Affection? I can't see. I feel like she did a Sign of Affection. It looks like a Sign of Affection. This is pretty old. I think this came out 2013, I want to say. ...2012. But it only just got printed. And I think it's completed as well. But we'll be getting it in its entirety. It is a shoujo. I presume romance. Most of the shoujo stuff is romance. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it will be good. Speaking of more shoujo, Snow White and the Red Hair. Decided to pick this one up. This is a pretty long series. I think it's like 20... Is there like 19 or 20 something volumes? I've been wanting to pick this one up for a long time. Just never got around to it. But I'm making the deep dive. Hopefully it's good. I don't know if you can see because my lights are all over the place. Boop. Boop. Hopefully it's good. Has anybody read it? I feel like Kami-sama Kiss, Snow White, what's that other really long shoujo series? Kimi Todoroki. They're just such long commitments. But I've decided to go for the Snow White with red hair. Yona's another one. 25 currently. If it's not good, then I'm just probably not going to pick it up. I have a feeling, because it's shoujo, it's going to be hard to pick. We'll see. This is one that got announced last year. I mentioned this last year sometime. This is the summer that Haru died. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. But it looked good. I think it's just 2 volumes only. I'll be looking to probably read this tonight. And if it's good, then I'll pick up the next one. And if it's not good, I'll probably pick up the next one anyway. I know Caitlin recently read this one. She said she didn't really enjoy it that much, but... One Piece isn't a long commitment. I'm talking about for me personally, because I'm already deep into the One Piece lore. So I can't really complain that One Piece is too long when I'm already committed. I'm talking about like buying a new series for myself that's like 20 plus volumes. Am I going to like it? You know? And none of them have anime. Oh, Kimi Todoroki. Does Kami-sama Kiss? Yeah, Kami-sama Kiss has an anime, right? The Snow White and the red hair? Snow White is cozy Ghibli vibes. That's good. I'm a Ghibli fan. You picked up Forbidden Planet 2? I'm glad. 2 seasons of Snow. Okay, that's cool. Well, I've got the first volume, and then if I'm not really too sure, maybe I'll read or watch some of it, and then see if I want to pick up the rest. It's definitely better than the Disney live action that comes out next year. We'll see. I quite like the Disney live actions, to be honest. Not gonna lie. I then picked up Goodbye Eerie. I read this on the Shonen Jump app last year. I'll definitely give this a read. This is a one-shot by Tatsuki Fujimoto, who did Chainsaw Man. He recently also had Look Back, that came out earlier this year. So I think the only series of his I don't have is Fire Punch, which is only an 8-volume series. I'll pick up that. But if you enjoy Fujimoto's storytelling, I think it's a good one-shot. Whether or not you enjoy one-shots or not, I don't know. It's pretty good. It's whether or not you want to spend like, you know, £10 on one volume. Or how much is it in American? $12.99. Right, Eerie is excellent. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. There's so many similarities, like panel similarities that he uses. Is it not the same thing? Eerie? Airy? How do you say EH? Airy? Eerie? Airy? Airy? They're all the... And then I picked up The Two Lions. I think this is just a one-shot BL that I saw. I picked this one up. It's really heavy. This is 7 Seas, and they got this like really nice. They got the really nice white paper. I don't think there's any. There's no perviness. Having reread Fire Punch recently, you remember it more fondly than it actually was. Still worth checking out. Did you say that you preferred Fire Punch over Chainsaw Man? I know there were a few people in chat, like, over the last few months, that have mentioned that they prefer Chainsaw Man or Fire Punch. I've seen not necessarily a strong debate, but a fair few people, when the anime came out for Chainsaw Man, mentioned that Fire Punch is better. You quite like this one? Well, Manga Cat, you have good taste, so I expect that one to be super good. And then, probably for the first time, I have got a Yen Press. Not Yen Press, Easy Press. My Gently Raised Beast. This is 2 volumes so far, so I picked them both up. I still don't know how I feel about fully 100% color pages. I think I may be in too deep, to be honest. These are so heavy. I don't know if it's because of the coloured ink or the pages. These are heavy. Volume 1 is so much thicker as well. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know anything about this one. It's just a manhwa, and I decided to go for it. So, yeah, it is. You can't see because my mic's in the way. And then I picked up Dark Gathering. This is a brand new shoujo. Shonen. It's a horror series, but I can't imagine it's that horror driven. I feel like I just don't think I could read horror. I don't think horror translates well to manga. Well, there's too many factors. You know, music, suspense. The suspense could be there. More thrilling than anything. I've mentioned before, like Junji Ito. I feel like his stuff. People say it's horror. I don't know. None of it really scares me. But again, another one that I don't really know anything about. Hopefully it's good. And I don't think I know anyone who's read it. Wait, Langston, you picked it up, didn't you? It's more supernatural with battles. Well, there you go then. Not horror at all. With added horror. I feel like if you're doing any sort of battle thing, it's probably unlikely that there's going to be horror. Managed to recommend a manga to Caitlin that she didn't have. That is very impressive because she has literally over 1,000 different series in her collection across nearly 6,000 books. So that is impressive, Sarah. Miyako-chan had good jump scares. I reckon the anime will probably give you better jump scares though, right? I've seen some of the panels from Miyako-chan. Again, they kind of just look creepy-ish. They said it was so-so. I'm gonna give it. You said it was so-so. I'm gonna read it, find out for myself, and I'll let you know. If it's so-so, I might give it another volume, and then determine from there. But we'll see. Right, and that I think is it for all the new stuff. Ugh. A lot of the psychological horror stuff, body horror stuff, creepy horror, I guess, doesn't come across the same. But yeah, I think so. I think so. I think maybe because it's still images of like blood and guts, maybe, and like creepy faces. Eventually, it dies. The horror aspect and this that your like your anxiety and how scared you get kind of dials down a little bit. But when you're watching it in motion, and that creepy thing comes out and it scares you, and it's still there and it's still creepy with the music and the sound effects, you know, bones breaking and the knife penetrating and that kind of stuff. And it sticks out a lot more. Right, moving on to... Oh, let me fix my mic. There we go. Moving on to the continue stuff. I got volumes 6 to 15 of Requiem of the Rose King. I am missing a few volumes, like volume 8 and... No, I think it's just 8. 6, 7. I'm missing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They did have volume 16 and 17 also. But I didn't want to pick them up because I was already way over budget. This is a shoujo about the War of the Roses, which you guys pointed out to me. In the manga collection I did, I mentioned that it was about some sort of war of some kind, and everybody said it's the War of the Roses. Hence, the name Requiem of the Rose King. I've already read volumes 1 and 2. I haven't read volume 3 yet. What the hell? This is a weird volume. Why is this like that? How strange. And yeah, I had to read volume 1 twice. So I'm looking forward to probably binging volume 1 again. And then hopefully I can probably just read volume 3 online. Shh, don't tell Biz. And then probably volume 5 as well. And then I can just read the rest. No problem. Is Emma based on Pride and Prejudice? I don't know. It's set in like it's like a period drama, isn't it? Right? Zoe, you recently read Emma. Apparently 3 is hard to find. Yeah, I've been looking for it for many months. I bought volume 1 and 2 this time last year from a recommendation of Geeky, and it took me forever to find volume 3. And then when I did find it, it was triple digits. I mean, I got money, but I'm not about to spend triple digits on one volume. Not my kind of thing, you know? Blue Box. I have not got Blue Box. I've not read it. I've not watched it. I'm not really big into sports. I really need to. Maybe I should jump into it. I just feel like recently I've really been into fantasy. That's kind of all I've been buying as of late. Rip got no notifications. So sad. Dude, you have missed the past 3 or 4 streams. And I tell you what, we've played marbles so many times. The first stream you missed, we played like back to back games of marbles. And you wasn't here to witness it. Sucks to be you. Unlucky, Caitlin. Caitlin, again, well done for Saturday. It was really well organised. I've spoken to most of the people who showed up. They said they had a good time. And everybody got home okay. That's the main thing. But props to you. But I guess, you know, this is what my membership money goes towards, eh? Clipboards and spreadsheets printed on paper and organization skills. Next. Alright, I know I have the entirety of Dorohedoro right here, but I like it so much. I also picked up volumes 21 and 22 again. I'm thinking of just maybe, you know, rebuying the series because it's so good. I say so good. I only watched the anime. I haven't read it yet, but I think I'm like 3 or 4 volumes away before I get up to date, and then I'm just going to binge the whole thing before the end of the year. Had an upsetting amount of house chores building. Yeah, I can imagine. Being home away all Saturday. Have you been saying nice things? Yeah, I have been saying nice things. But only for a little while. I'm only saying nice things for like the next like 5 minutes. After that, your distaste. No more. Your third favorite series? I really enjoyed the anime, and I've been enjoying Die Dark, which is her newest series. And we assume it's a she. And I'm looking forward to diving into Dorohedoro. We need to have a coffee break. That's what BoogieSnacks does. Ugh. Ginger tea. I then picked up Asadora Volume 4. Now I can start reading the series. I've got volumes 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. It's Urasawa, so gotta be good. I mean, all this stuff is good, right? Right? Waiting for a box set of Dorohedoro? Really? You think? Surely they would have done it by now. The series came out in 2010. I think the series... When did... This is volume 22. When did that get printed? It's Viz, so they should say it, right? First print in 2018, so I can imagine volume 23 was around the same. Surely they would have done a box set by now. Oh, Dire Dark, my bad. Yeah, of course. They're doing like 4-in-1s, aren't they? Or 5-in-1s? Like a box set with 4 or 5 volumes? Is that right? The first 5 volumes? Yeah. I just don't understand it. What is with all these companies? Why would you do a box set of a currently 5-volume series that's ongoing? Like reprint A Sign of Affection in, you know, omnibus form where we only just got volume 6. Redoing Vinland Saga. I just don't understand these publishers. On Kamui, 29. I think I'm too behind on this. I just need more burly men in my life. I just read volume 12 of Vinland Saga, and there was a picture of Thorfinn, like looking determined and topless. It made me feel things that I haven't felt before when looking at a man. Gon Kamui is all of that, but with multiple men. And then I picked up volume 2 of Beastars. And then I have been reluctant to pick these up. This is volume 4 and 5 of The Adventures of Dai, Dragon Quest. Now, the spines themselves are dope. Combine them together like this, and they like make one big long picture. So you put all 5 of them together, it looks amazing. These are 3-in-1s or 2-in-1s? I think they're 3-in-1s. 3-in-1s? There's so many chapters. They have to be 3-in-1s. I'm pretty sure they're 3-in-1s. No, they're 2-in-1s. They might be 2-in-1s. I think they're 2-in-1s because I think Profitoku said this concludes, volume 5 concludes the first 10 volumes, and there's 35 volumes, around 35, in the singles. But Viz aren't printing anymore. They're not doing a volume 6. This concludes like the first part like of the story. Apparently Viz aren't going to do it so far because the sales for this haven't been great. So I was reluctant to pick this up, but I really enjoyed volumes 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to read them, and then maybe, I don't know, keep them for a while, then maybe I'll just give them away for super cheap. Unlikely that anybody will want to pick these up because they'll probably be available for the next few years. Apparently it's not selling well. Yeah, which kind of sucks. It's difficult. I can imagine it's difficult to pick a series that is old and that they will think will do well. Maybe it was like Japan, the Japanese publishers said to the American publishers, like, you have to print it because the anime is coming out. Maybe the anime was popular. I heard nobody talking about the anime whatsoever. But yeah, I'm surprised they took a shot on this one. Came out in the 80s, I think. Like late 90s, maybe. You're so sad to hear. Yeah. And the thing is, it's really good. If you like enjoyed the original Dragon Ball, it's almost identical. It gives you that same feeling. Not necessarily like story structure wise, but it's great. It's got that Akira Toriyama feel because he did all the Dragon Quest character designs and everything. They should just do a small run. Yeah, but I'm surely that makes sense. I would love for them to do that. You know, print like a couple hundred of each volume, but then surely for the publisher, there's a cut-off point where printing too little is not profitable, and then printing too much is also not profitable. If this didn't sell very well, I don't know how many volumes they printed. Let's just say they printed like 1,000 and only a couple hundred were sold. They've wasted so much money on that extra 800. But the means, the amount of money that they would need to recoup from publishing like a small amount, they'd have to charge probably double the amount. Because these are like, what are these? $15.99, $20. A lot of money. They're good quality as well. They got color pages in them and everything. If it's an end of an arc and satisfying ending, I think it might still be worth reading. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it is. I only read the first 3 and it felt like I was eager to continue the story and see where the guys go next. I think I'd have to reread it. I think I've forgotten a lot of the story. A lot of the plot. That's why you didn't bother with it, because it's like Dragon Ball. I mean, if you didn't like Dragon Ball, then yeah, you wouldn't like it. It's not like Dragon Ball Z, specifically Dragon Ball. Dragon Quest is insanely popular in Japan. Yeah. They get like a day off, don't they? Not necessarily every company gives it, but I know a lot of people take time off. Like when the new Dragon Quest game comes out. So when 11 comes out, or 12. Is it 12 that comes out next? 11 or 12? No, 11's just come out. When 12 comes out, the whole of Japan will like close down. Weebs will swarm the streets of Tokyo. Then we have Ragnar Crimson. 3 and 4. I can't remember who recommended me this. Oh, I think it was you. Or somebody. But I read volume 1. I was a little bit underwhelmed, but I was intrigued enough by the end of the last chapter that I wanted to continue. So I've decided to pick up 3 and 4. I already have number 2. I'm going to reread 1. I think I'm just going to binge the whole thing because it was super quick. I read it within an hour. That's what you told me to pick up. Yeah, I'm in an hour and I kept putting it back before you guys came. I wasn't too sure if I was going to pick it up or not. The Japanese government get involved in the release date. See, that's how you know when you've got something good. When the government come and get involved, that's when you know you've done something right. I remember when, it's probably slightly off topic, but when Smash Bros were still releasing new characters, every new character, everyone got hype, everyone got excited. But when the Dragon Quest characters came, a lot of the people that reacted to it from America and Europe, etc., they're really underwhelmed. But then when you look at the Japanese reactors, most of them were crying because it's so prevalent to their history that it's almost like they're just born with Dragon Quest guides, manuals on lore. They just love it so much in ways that I don't think we will ever understand. This stack is gonna fall. All right, a few more. How many is that? I don't even know. I'll stop counting. They didn't really care about Banjo as a character. Yeah, that's true. Because Banjo was Rare, right? Which was originally an English company. Because they originally did Donkey Kong. And then Nintendo bought... I don't know if they bought Rare. Or if they just bought the rights to the Donkey Kong game. But they also obviously had other things. They did Conker's Bad Fur Day as well, I think. But then Rare got... I don't really know the history behind it. I think Rare got closed down. Then got bought out by Microsoft. Because now Banjo is all like on Xbox and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, volume 1 and 2 of Bean Counter. A few of you in chat have mentioned this one. I can't remember what it was, but we launched stream and then you guys just kept talking about beans all day. Yeah, I got Bean Counter, so guys, if it's not good, I know who I'm blaming. Read it now on stream, do it. Alright, I'm gonna be blunt, is there Dick and Ball? That's what I want to know. Because if there is, I can't be reading that on stream. Stop talking and read. I just need a quick flick through. Is there any bean? There's no... we're all good. Not at all? Good. I'm glad. Then hopefully it'll be good. This will be my nighttime read then tonight. You know nothing about it? I know nothing about it. There's an abacus. I think it's an isekai. It's an isekai. Boy love. And, I don't know, the guys like maths? Is that right, Caitlin? There's an abacus, and they count the abacus beans? I don't know. He does. You just have 2? Yes, I just have 2. They only have 2. Yeah, there was no more volumes. And we were at Forbidden Planet first, so we got access to all the good stuff before you guys came. We sweeped out everything. I'll read it tonight. I promise. Probably won't. But I'll read it this week. Probably won't. But I'll read it at some point in the future. And then Go Lose Rangers. I've got volumes 4 and 5 here. Is it 5? Yeah, 4 and 5. I was contemplating on not getting these because I wasn't too sure if I had volume 3. I know I've read volume 1 and 2. I think I have volume 3 as well. Volume 3 was also in stock, but I decided not to get it and just get 4 and 5. And I'll double check my stack at a later date. Somewhere over there, but I can't quite reach it. But I'll check it at some point. You want to get it? It's pretty good. It's a lot more wordy than I was expecting it to be. And it was sold to me as like a Power Rangers parody, but it's not. It's not about the power. You don't follow the Power Rangers. You follow the bad guys trying to infiltrate the Power Rangers, try to break down their system. But it's pretty good, pretty funny. The action sequences are pretty good. There's a lot of talking during the action fights. I'm not talking like Dragon Ball Z kind of talking. I'm talking like, you know, Death Note style of exposition. Takes a long time to get the fights going, you know. But it's good. It's really good. It's getting an anime? Really? Well, I'm glad I'm picking these up. So hopefully if it's popular, I won't have to try and find them. Oh, dude, how's it going? How was Nice? Or Nice, did I say? You know what's crazy? You went to Nice. Chris Captures also went to Nice. I had two friends that went to Nice at the same time. Surprised you didn't see each other. Did you have a good time? I'm glad you enjoyed Witch Hat as well. You're trying BO out and it's not Home Far Away. I'm so disappointed. Is A Home Far Away good? Should I stick it on the list? Yeah? I mean, I've read a couple of BLs. I've read some saucy BLs, not many, but I've read a couple. Also, most of the BL that I've been reading is sweet. Sweet BL. It's one of your favorites. All right, I'll stick that on the list if I can find. You know what? Stick on my phone. Stuck on my phone. It is on the drive. I haven't read any of your BL Rex. I don't think you've recommended anything to me, have you? And also, I have to still buy the series. You went to a 13th century village on top of a mountain? Dude. I feel like if you're going to go on holiday to somewhere like that, you need to do it like really authentic. And that sounds as authentic as you can get. None of this holiday in McDonald's for breakfast. The images that you pop on your Instagram, they looked amazing, and it looked like you had a good time. Not a light read. Well, I've stuck it on the list, so maybe if it's good, I'll read it. If I don't read Bean Counter, look, I'll read Bean Counter. Okay? I'll read it, I promise. I'll promise. Yeah, I'll read it. I'll promise this week. I'll at least read volume 1. Baked Bean Counter. And then, what is this? This is volume 5 of Even Though We're Adults. This is a older GL series, Yuri series. There's a lot of drama in it. I'm freaking loving it. I'm not one for drama, but you know, when people are cheating on each other and you know there's a wife and a husband and then all three of them go for a picnic together, then they all move into the same house, like same street and stuff. This is crazy. It's one of those car crashes you just can't look away from. I picked up in Forbidden Planet, The Dragon's Betrothed. I have volume 1 already. This one's sealed, so I can imagine this is very explicit, right? Sealed means explicit, right? That's how it works with these. Yeah, it should be good. Touch wood, hopefully. Imagine there'll be definitely dick and ball in that one. Did we enjoy the meetup? We did enjoy the meetup. We spoke about it a little bit at the beginning of stream. Everyone had a good time. Everyone got home safe. And everyone spent a lot of money. Yeah, it was a good time. Caitlin was a great host. She made sure that everybody was in the right place at the right time. It was great. She had a little clipboard with everyone's name on it, where we were going, ticking when everyone was there, when everyone was leaving. When someone went home, she crossed their name out, make sure that she didn't have to check for them anymore. Really well organized. Everyone was together. I don't know about everybody else, but the people I spoke to, me, everyone felt comfortable. We are all a bunch of weebs at the end of the day, where most of our friends probably don't read or understand the hobby that we're in. It's just nice to be among like-minded people. And then the new volume of The World's Greatest First Love. This one is also sealed, but I heard it isn't very spicy. But I heard it's good. This is volume 16. This has been coming out for such a long time. Apparently, like early 2012, something like that. But I haven't read the series, but I just have the latest volume. A classic. Well, if it's good, I guess I'll continue it. You're not holding a gun or anything to his head. I can be nice to you when I want to be. So much money. It was a lot of money. But you know what? I've been working hard and I've gone through a lot recently dealing with Caitlin. And she's been stressing me out. So I just need a little bit of retail therapy. That's all I needed. Needs to be very organized. It was very organized. She was very good. Finally let out of the basement. I will be put back in the basement before you know it. I think this is the last BL. This one's weird. This one was wrapped specifically by Forbidden Planet. This isn't like factory sealed or anything. It's like just putting a little sleeve. This is Bite Maker, Volume 3. Another one that I have Volume 1 and 2, but I haven't read it, but here it is. Definitely lost the guessing game. Yeah, I should have said I spent like maybe £300. 300. 300. A lot of money. I guess you guys are going based on like roughly what you spent. But then I haven't purchased anything for like 3 months. Gave myself a ban in June. I didn't buy anything really in July. And I just sold a few Yu-Gi-Oh cards and I figured, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. So I did. Got to grab another volume of Sweat and Soap. Well, there is always Sci-Fi. And then a few Viz releases. These are like the latest volumes that have just come out. I got Tista, same author who did Spy Family. And then One Piece 103. I don't want to keep it on screen for too long because spoilers. The anime has just dropped the spoilers. That's going to be going on for another like 3-4 episodes. So anime only watchers are very excited right now. I haven't read One Piece for a couple of months now. I think I'm behind like weekly, and I'm also behind on the physical releases as well. I would love to. I want to reread the whole series again. Literally, where this volume ends is where we are in the anime right now. So we're like a month, we're like a year behind the Japanese release, and then we are on pace with the anime roughly. You couldn't see it? Yeah, I took the own. I think no, I got this from Traveling Man. So you guys had already been to Traveling Man, so they must have either restocked it or it was in a place where you couldn't see it. I'm pretty sure I didn't pick it up in Traveling in Forbidden Planet. I'm sure I didn't. One Piece episode was really good. I think the animation was fantastic. Absolutely mind blowing. This week's one as well. I think I'm going to be watching One Piece whilst this current situation, this current situation is going on. I don't really want to spoil anything. Um, I just feel like I'm so glad I'm not watching it. It's so poorly paced. If you can compress it down, you're probably looking at like 5 minutes maximum of new animation. The first scene where he gets revealed, they played his clip like 5 times in the first episode. It was mental. I saw the same thing where he's jumping on the floor and he bounces, he spins his leg, and he turns and then he like powers up. Same clip 3 times in the same episode. Ridiculous. There's a fan project called One Pace that trims it. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've never watched it myself, but I know a lot of people who do like react content. They rather than watching the full episodes, they watch the One Pace, which is amazing because I've seen comparisons of like episodes compressed down to like 3 minutes. It's just mental because there's too much pacing, there's too much paneling and panning to all the characters. You know, one person gets punched or stabbed and has to show every single Straw Hat crew showing their shocked face, then every single enemy doing exactly the same thing. Crazy. I'm just glad I'm not watching it on a weekly basis. I'm gonna stop at some point, but the animation is phenomenal, especially this week, even better than the week before, if you ask me. Then Dun Dun Dun, Volume 4. I've only read the first 2 volumes. So outrageous. And I just hope it continues. I did flick. I don't know if I should show this, but I'm going to anyway. I flicked and I came to this panel. I was like, what the hell? How that gets into a shonen magazine, I have no idea. Oh wait, no, this is Dandadan's online, right? Is it Jump? Not Jump. What is it called? Is it Plus? Jump Plus? What insane plot Dandadan has? It's crazy. Yeah, it's mental. Watched One Piece up to Ennis Lobby and gave up. Hey, you ended at the peak, my brother. And then Hulk Volume 4. I know a few people have dropped this. I'm on Volume 3, so I'm looking forward to this one. I'm actually really enjoying it, surprisingly, considering most people aren't. It's kind of, I've mentioned before, it reminds me of Go Go Loser Rangers, where you're not really following who you think the main character is. You're following like the bad guys, and they pursue the main character, who's not really the main character, I guess. But it's sick. And then volumes 13 and 14 of Drifting Dragons. This continues to be like probably the go-to for me. Whenever I go shopping and I pick up Drifting Dragons, I always make sure that I read it within like a couple of days of purchasing it. The only reason why I'm not picking up these ones is because I still need to read volumes 11 and 12. Or 12, should I say. I just read 11. As soon as I get 11 down, that's it. I'm destroying it. You want to pick up Help? Pick it up. It's pretty good. Um, I can't really explain it too well. It's kind of like a tournament. It starts off in a tournament arc. Main guy is really strong and beefy. And I feel like if I talk too much about it, it just spoils the premise, which I think is like part of the intrigue of the series. It gets you into it. I would say pick up the first volume, and if you don't like it, then the series ain't for you. If you're interested, then you're going to enjoy the rest of it. You just read volume 10 and 11 yourself? Sick. Well, I'm going to re familiarize myself with volume 11, and I'll message you. And then we can finally talk about it because I still haven't read Welcome to the Ballroom. Yeah, it's super easy to pick up, and the art is superb. It's beautiful. I picked it up at the same time as Witch Hat Atelier and Drifting Beyond the Clouds. All three of those series have phenomenal art and like easy to follow stories as well. And then we have, what is this? Why did I pick up this? Uh, Descending Stories, volumes 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. I don't know who it was, but someone said you should get this. So I got it. It was in Forbidden Planet on the reduced section. These were super cheap. It's a weird invisible volume, but it's an invisible volume. I heard it's good. I was told to pick it up, so I picked it up. I'm just doing what I'm told. Why did I pick it up? Because I was told to. That's why. Which I was a breath of fresh air. I'm so glad. It's one of the recommendations. I don't really recommend a lot. I say I enjoy a series. There's not many that I would openly recommend. And I'm glad you took a punt on it and you've enjoyed it. I hope you pick up the rest. At least pick up like, if you don't pick up all of it, just maybe pick up like the next 3 volumes up to volume 4. It's super good. Descending Stories is really good. Oh, good. I'm glad somebody's read it in chat. So I'm looking forward to reading this one then. Might need to give Helk another chance. It doesn't get much more exciting after volume 1. It kind of keeps the same pace. Obviously, I'm only just on volume 3. It becomes more interesting, but nothing like, it's not like a really big page turner for me. But I am enjoying it. I feel like you can't really write off a series when it hasn't really hit the key story points, you know? Was that volume green by any chance? No, it's invisible. You know, one of them invisible. You ever seen Harry Potter? You know, Philosopher's Stone. You know, his dead dad gives him the cloak of invisibility. You get that in real life sometimes. I've just found one of those rare invisible books. But don't worry, when you open it, you can read the inside. It's not a problem. It's just that the outside, so nobody else can see it. You know, nobody steals it from you. All right, I would say if we're getting close to the end, but we're not. Volumes 12 and 13. This is another one. This is another one of them like visibility books. Can't see my hand behind it and everything. The only thing is this isn't really like the characters aren't really green, so it doesn't really work. It works when it's like this kind of, or from the back. You can't really see it from the back that way. So maybe I'll just have it on the shelf like this, so people won't know that it's there. I'm up to date with Vinland Saga. I am, and I literally just before I hit the reason why I was so late for stream is because I was reading this and I just hit the last chapter. And honestly, I love every single character that comes out. Even the characters that kind of are supposed to dislike. I just love them all. Every single character is really well written. The only thing I don't really have an issue with, they've done a few time skips in the last like 4 or 5 volumes. They're like that. And I'm thinking, oh, I wasn't ready for a time skip, and it just happens. But it's really good. I'm really interested in where everything goes. I like Hilden. I want to know if she follows through with what she believes. I don't know how long you can hold a grudge for, but she's holding one for way too long, if you ask me. They're all amazing. It's great. I don't think there's not many series that I've read where every single volume is like A tier. There's never a dull moment, never a dull character. There's dull panels, maybe, if that. But there's not a dull page. Everything's amazing. Gudrun is funny. Gudrun is really funny. She's definitely picked up as well after like the time skip that I've just hit, volume 12. But it's really good. I like Bug Eyes as well. He's funny. He's also called Thorfinn. The only thing is, I look at this front page of volume 13. There's some characters that are missing, and I'm a little bit sad. Daniel Peppers, how's it going? Absolutely agree. So good. It is amazing. I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad I took the time to read it, and I paid full price for this one. I didn't care. I just needed it. I couldn't get the discount. All right, last few. I have no longer heroin. Heroin? Heroin. Oh, the injection. His face. That's the face I was pulling when we all took a photo on Saturday. I haven't read volume 2, so I don't know what's about this one. Then Free Roam, volume 8. I would be very surprised if we get volume 9 and 10 in the next year, because I believe the manga is still on hiatus for the foreseeable future. So it'll be interesting to see if the English publication, if the English releases will slow down. Because when volume 10 at some point comes out, that's the last volume I think that came out in Japan. Or volume 9, one of the two. And it's unlikely that when they get the next volume that we'll get it shortly after. It'll most likely be like a year. You already have Vinland Saga. You know, Vinland Saga is so good that I bought it twice. I got it all here. See here? I just had to buy it twice. I've also got, you know, Dorohedoro. I just bought volumes 21 and 22, but I got it again here. You know, these seinen series are so good. You have to buy them twice. You know, you got to support the industry, because how are they gonna know that we like series, that we like seinen, we don't buy it. I just feel like there's too many people buying shonen. You know, you need to buy more, buy double, triple the volumes. Don't do 3 for 2 and get volumes 1, 2, and 3. Do 3 for 2 on manga and buy volume 1 3 times. You know? Anyways, you just got 7 and 8. Good. I think I'm behind on reading. I think I'm on volume 6, I think. Pretty sure volume 6. But yeah, it's good. It's super slow. Chill. I like it. And then A Condition Called Love, volume 3. I think volume 4 just came out in Japan. Japan? In America. Everybody's pretty far ahead. I'm enjoying this one. It's pretty long though, so hopefully it doesn't get too boring. You've got volume 4? Oh, it's already out. Is it? Did you get it like Saturday? Caitlin, what are you moaning about now? What's wrong with you? Why have you always got something to say? Can't you just chill in chat? Can't you just relax? Take it easy. Go play Final Fantasy or something if you're gonna moan. You're good at sci-fi? Sick. Volume 12 of Marshall. Is this the latest volume? I think it is. I stopped reading weekly. I stopped reading Marshall weekly. Just because he wasn't in it for a long time. And it was the transitional period of him stopping the series and then continuing it on. And I feel like it just kind of lost its charm for me. Not enough comedy anymore. Nonetheless, I'm a consumer. I'll be buying this for the rest of my life. You'll leave? Oh, good. Now that she's gone, I can tell you guys the super secret stream that we're going to have tomorrow. We're going to play marbles all day. Just marbles, marbles, marbles. It'll be marbles and everyone gets a giveaway. And every marble race that we do that Caitlin isn't in, I'm going to give away free manga. Don't let him kick you out. I'm not kicking her out. She left on her own accord. Gone. Never to be spoken about again. And then this is actually the last volume. Volume 9 of Banana Fish. It got a big reprint, I think last year or the year before. I think 2022, March. Man. I feel like it was at the beginning of the year this got reprinted. I've been wanting to collect it for so long after watching the anime. And then it was like completely out of print. Back when the anime aired. When was that? 2016, I think. 2006. It's a compound sentence. 2016 or 2017 maybe. It was out of print, and then obviously COVID hit, so it made it even more difficult to find. And yeah, then we got a reprint, so I'm going to be looking forward to collecting all this. However many there are. 18, 19, something like that. And yeah, I just hope that it's just as good as the anime. I can imagine it will be because the anime felt like it concluded the whole story. And there's too many volumes for there not to be more story. If that makes sense. What happened to... Why does my... There we go. You got bored of Marshall? I understand that. I get it. I hyped it up like when it first started because it was really funny. And then I don't know, the funny aspect, the comedy kind of just disappeared. Or it's not as it doesn't come around as much as it used to. It's just focusing on the fights. And now it's just kind of like every other action shonen, you know? But anyways, that being said, a few of you did check in and say how many volumes I picked. And I'm pretty sure none of you got it right. And my chat doesn't actually go that far. So, Kaiji number 8 is way better. Agreed. It is pretty good. Pretty dope. I'm behind on kaiju. I don't think there was any kaiju at all in Forbidden Planet or Traveling Man. I didn't see a single volume. You definitely only showed us 5 volumes. You know what, Zazzle? I think you're right. 5 volumes. Look, bang, there they are. 5 volumes. That's all it is. Bang, 5 volumes. Well done, Zazzle. You win. You saw kaiju? Did you? I think I'm on volume 6 now. Right, so I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30? 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 50. 51. Wait, that's 52. I got 52. No one trusts my counting. What do you mean? I'm not a 4-year-old. I can count. Or 4-year-olds can count. I'm not a 2-year-old. I can count. $52 volumes. That is pretty... That's a lot for me. I mean, it's a drop in the ocean for Caitlin. But... Well done, Zoe, on guessing. But you know what? Zoe was with me the entire time. So Zoe gets nothing. Zoe knows exactly what I picked. Making up for all the haul fake outs? Yes, I am. It's been so long. That's impressive. Is it impressive? Or is it sad? I mean, I will read them. For sure. I feel like I've read so much I've mentioned before, I've read so much last 3 weeks. I feel like buying the amount that I've read is fine. I think if you're buying way more, then you can read. If you're buying like 100 a month and reading like 10, you gotta get your priorities right. But that's just me. Don't be mean to Zoe. She was there. I can give her money. I can give her the prize. But she cheated effectively. She knew the answers before the quiz. Right? That's not fair to me at least. Anyway, with my wallet. I don't think so anyway. Does we have a manga base? She doesn't have a manga basement, no. Doesn't make a shed, I guess. Keep me in the shed. I'd rather be at Caitlin's basement, to be fair. She's got a gym there. And supplies. She puts all her pantry stuff there. You see, if anyone's ever been to Caitlin's, she has like 50 orange juices chilling downstairs. I can have one whenever I want. I can have 5 and she wouldn't even realise. Go from Caitlin's basement to Zoe's car boot. I hope not. Right. Well, that is the end of my manga haul. And I think probably the end of the stream. I'm going to chill. I'm going to put away my volumes of Vinland Saga. Shove these ones back. And I'm going to put my new ones in front. And then same with Dorohedoro as well. Time to get into the shed. I think... I don't like that. I don't want to go to the shed. You know what? I don't want to go to the basement either. Little shed head. Alright, I think I'm going to end it there. Enjoy shed life? Yes, I will. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, guys. Take it easy. Read lots of manga and try not to buy anything the next week. Especially the people who are here on Saturday. You spent too much. Not necessarily just on manga. Food as well. Drink. Next week. I don't know. I'm just going to go live. If I go live, we'll see what happens. And then the week after is the manga quiz. And I've got a fair few things that I've got planned. Anyways, I'm going to read a bunch. I'm going to go read some bean counters. So Caitlin won't shut up. Take it easy, guys. And I will see you next time. Bye. Bye. Bean counter. Magical bean counter. Where is it? Bean counter. I lost it? Bean? Where's the bean counter? Where'd he go? Bean? A baked bean? Oh, there you are. Ah, bean. Bean counter. Bean counter. Counter. Night time. Breathe. 6. 4. Oh, what? They didn't even get wound. Damn. Sucked in through a pore. Oh shoot, my mic's still on. That's funny. See you later, guys.